6 days a week, it's going to be used to forge horseshoes, but 1 day a week, an anvil is used to forge victories here in Indianapolis. And it's been wrong once again at the city's Lucas Oil Stadium, telling us all it is time for football. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday night primetime contest between the San Francisco 49ers and the Indianapolis Colts. Ready to get this game started? Here's Eddie Pinheiro. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. And they'll be led out by the longtime veteran at QB.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
When you script that first 15, Kate, and that first play is a run play, you can't do it better than that.
They've got first down here from the 36. Taylor again. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Takes the handoff, now to throw. This one will not connect. That's incomplete. They are testing this coverage on the opening drive, but it's holding up so far. 3rd down.
I don't think there's any question about it. You can see right from the jump here, the point of emphasis with this coaching staff. Be active with your hands, not just one guy. All these guys are flying around and so actively, aggressively looking for that impact play.
Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
Begins his return at the 16. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. So here come the 49ers now to take over for the first time. They're led out by the 4th-year passer out of Iowa State, Brock Purdy.
From Mr. Irrelevant just 3 years ago to one of the highest-paid quarterbacks in the NFL, Brock Purdy has just been the model of competitive grit. And Kate, these 49ers just feed off of it. Is he the most talented? No, but he plays with tremendous heart, and his teammates follow him.
Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And he's almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, McCaffrey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
On the counter, McCaffrey. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Play action now with Purdy. This is reeled in by Jawan Jennings. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. And get 22 out of that play. And that gives the 49ers the first.
First and 10.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
First down from the 42. And I'll put one of the tight ends in motion. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, it keeps that defense.
Yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. I love the call, Brock, but wrong situation there. The defense closes that sweep out behind the line.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation, but even more, better execution.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. To the air on 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line, no gain.
A certain variation of this play has really become synonymous with one team. You know what I'm talking about, the tush push over there in Philly, but its roots. This has been one of the offense's greatest plays long before Jalen Hurts, and those Eagles put their own stamp on it. So simple to run, so tough to stop.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. It's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them.
Yep.
The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
On 3rd down, Purdy. He throws a bullet to the center, and the defender comes away with it. Nick Cross has it.
That's one of those drives, Kate, especially on the opening drive. You come to the sidelines, and all you're thinking about, unfortunately, is the failure at the end. It's kind of like being a student. You're so good all semester, and then you just bomb the final exam.
The Colts with their offense out, their 2nd drive coming up. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now out of the shotgun. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate. Before he was able to recover and provide the hit, and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Second down carry for Taylor. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And it'll be first down, Colts.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
They go play action on first down. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. You start with a string of incompletions, Brock. You've told me this before. Getting that first one to connect feels really good.
Yeah, it just kind of settles you down and everybody else around you. Not too different than seeing the ball go through the net or make a nice birdie putt. Yeah, you just want to gain some confidence.
Right side, this is reeled in by Warren. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Here's Taylor from the pistol. And give him the 47-yard line, Brock, because he's nestled up right near that first down marker.
The offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down, but instead the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy, and their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Gonna keep this one and go. And they're going to down by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Taylor now, up the middle. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Keeps on moving into the red zone. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
You throw it in the middle of the field, it's all about anticipation and accuracy. I mean, those are the two keys all the time in my book, Kate. But when you throw it in the middle of the field with all of the traffic, that's where guys with great anticipation and that tremendous accuracy come to life.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. They're going to try and throw it here. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And these guys need to find a way to hold up better for their QB. This offense now facing 3rd down.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. 3rd and long for him here. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. Just can't finish the play.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Blake Grupe on to attempt a field goal. This one from 42 yards out. Groupie sends it through. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Here's Sky Moore on the return. Dodge the tackle. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Second drive coming up for this 49ers offensive unit. They threw the interception on their opening drive, Brock, but that's right from their memory as they head back out now.
Yeah, it's got to be, right? And when you throw that pick early, you've got to flush it. The defense helped with that, holding that offense on the other side to just a field goal and giving this offense now some hope as they take the field again.
San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Remain Pratt with the play defensively.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun is Purdy. This one's quickly to Jennings. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game, and you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every whole home run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They'll have it 2nd and 8. Here's Purdy to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Purdy will sneak it. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Going with McCaffrey on the ground. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. Right? I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Drop this down to McCaffrey underneath. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 3rd and short, here's Purdy. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down.
6 yards.
And they're staring at a fourth down now after that sack.
You just feel this defense starting to come alive, don't you, Kate? Got their first turnover last time out. Now they put their first sack on the board. And big plays on that side of the ball, well, they can come in bunches. Defense sure hopes to keep this faucet going, and the offense wants to turn the spigot off immediately.
On fourth down, looks like 49ers sending out Thomas Morstead now to punt. Back deep for the Colts is Anthony Gould. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And he can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? So this one flies out right around the 15-yard line. The Colts ready to take the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Brought in right side. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
2nd and 6 coming up here. He'll look to throw. Absolutely fires this one right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it'll be 3rd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
They'll throw 3rd and long. To the right and reeled in by Downs. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They'll pick up those 17. And that is good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Intended for
Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
Offenses
10.
that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
He's going to throw again on 2nd down. Short pass caught by his tight end. Gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They'll air it out on 3rd. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. Oh, and he can't follow through. He had the deep shot for a moment, Brock, but he bobbled it and drops it.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Another punt coming up for Rigoberto Sanchez. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. So here come the 49ers on offense. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. '49ers to the line. 1st and 10. There's a dive up the middle. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Purdy on the play action. Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding the big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get 3rd down conversions, you get no rhythm.
And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. The Colts offense set to head out. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10. Throwing now off the play action. And the 49ers rush gets home and they drop him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Hey, I understand that, Cole. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Offense needs to shake off that sack in a hurry as they get ready for 2nd down and 13. They're throwing it. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Nickel set from the Niners on 3rd down. Third and long, they're going to throw. And that's going to fall incomplete on a look to his running back, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Rigoberto Sanchez on the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Secures this at the 17. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And coming off 3 and out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Purdy. And it's Bourne with the catch outright. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They send a tight end in motion. On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. And we saw Gardner dropping him there.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Throw here, 3rd down. Purdy has it knocked out. And the Colts pick it up. And they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football.
Well, you can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That second and third level defenders did their job, and what did it do? Well, free that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Left side into the hands of Warren. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They give to Taylor, right side. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts grow their lead off the turnover. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
Blake Groupie to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts make it a 10-point ball game.
10. 49ers nothing.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Moore with a return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, begin to drive with McCaffrey. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Play action now. Purdy. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That's a pickup of 9. And that means it'll be 1st down, San Francisco.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. A big play nets him 17 yards. And that gives the 49ers the 1st.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st down, and they go right back to it. He works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Reeled in by George Kittle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 6.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw, Purdy. That's going to be caught by his back, McCaffrey. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
From the gun is Purdy. He's going to tuck it and run. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
1st and goal, San Francisco.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Timeout Indianapolis. That's in 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too. Because a run like that now, well, it leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Free play here. Let's see what he does. He's got it. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call.
Offside. Defense.
Now they got to the end zone with that free play partner, so they will, of course, decline the offsides and take those points. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers cut it to a field goal game.
49ers 7. Eddie Pinheiro
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Working now from the gun. It is cut left side. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Going with the screen to Taylor. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off. and go hit somebody like they did right there.
We've set of downs from 37. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
5 still to go here. This is second down. He's going to throw it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it third down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
So a field goal game at the half. Good one so far. 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime report. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Moore with a return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. '49ers to the line. First and 10. Play action now with Purdy. Completes it downfield to Pearsall. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco.
It's a gain of 20.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. First and 10 now. Here's Purdy. This is Cox going right back to Pearsall. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that gives the 49ers the first.
That's another 49er first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's McCaffrey. He's going to get inside the defense's 30 here. Looks to be a gain of about 6 on the play.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Seven yards on that last play, so this is second and 3. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so third down now.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Escapes the pocket. Making the call himself. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. A run with McCaffrey. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. McCaffrey gets in. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers take the lead right away in half number 2. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Extra point set right down the middle. And the 49ers take a 4-point lead.
14, Colts 10.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Anthony Gould. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown. And heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
That's good.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. When you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
They go play action on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up 2nd down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. They'll throw it. Right side, this is reeled in by Warren. And he's brought down after a short gain.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
3rd and long for him here. It's on target to Pierce. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
1st down. 1st and 10.
You know, they call the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he has this down to the 34. A gain of 15 there. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
That's another.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Dropping back to throw. That's complete to Pittman. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
They're going to turn to Taylor on 3rd down. And he's going to be stopped well shy of that 1st down marker. Call it a yard. That means 4th down coming up.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
That field goal unit is still on the sidelines. They are going for this. They're going Taylor. And the defense escapes. He had a nice run going, but the defense gets off the field by forcing that turnover on downs.
You know, it's almost like the defense heard that call in their helmet themselves. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And their reward is getting off the field.
The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Purdy on the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
2 yards.
They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Purdy on 1st down. Completed to his running back. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. They'll try it right with McCaffrey. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's down to almost, nope, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, he got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Going run again with McCaffrey. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They stick with McCaffrey. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard, and that brings up 3rd and 8.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. It's caught. Pearsall has it. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers now lead by 10. Ricky Pearsall with the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro.
The extra point.
The point after splits the upright. And the 49ers drive their lead to 11.
21. Colts 10. Eddie Pinheiro.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here's Gould on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. First call here coming from the shotgun. They'll start this series with an option left. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
They're going play action. 49ers close it in, and down he goes. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
It wasn't the first time, Kate, you've called this guy's name, but definitely one of the hardest sacks he's going to have. A lot of range required to get that one done, but an impressive negative tackle for loss.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Left side into the hands of Warren. And this is going to be 4th down, Brock. He's out of bounds, well shy of what they needed there.
A 4-yard gain.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
The Colts ready for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And now he's going to call for the fair catch and take it just beyond the 30. The 49ers and Ricky Pearsall headed back out on offense. And they have really woken up after a sluggish opening half, haven't they, Brock? Looks like a whole new team out there. First and 10 from the 32. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. Going to defender. We've got a foot race. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the third quarter. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's the 49ers with the football and a comfortable lead as well. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Motioning one of the tight ends. Back to McCaffrey on second down. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll go play action. That one's complete, right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. He only can get his yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Back to throw now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Colts. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They'll throw it here on 1st. Has a man downfield. It's Pittman. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
You know, Kent, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. 2nd down coming up.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held that line, and the QB keeper gets nada.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Completed over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
To Michael Pittman. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Man in motion here. Here he is on 3rd and short. He's got it. Complete to Downs. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
4 yards.
It's a pickup of 4 yards. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
First and 10
Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts now within 1 score in the 4th. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
We'll see what the Colts do facing a huge 2-point conversion attempt.
The Colts will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They want to run it across. And he's into the end zone, so the 2-point try pays off. They cut the deficit to just a field goal here in the 4th.
18.
Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Garindo to return it. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. You've set it downs for him from the 31. On the counter, McCaffrey. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just your quarterbacks, Brock, who are going to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Kittle's got it on the slant. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. A pickup of 17. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. From the gun, McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Completed left side there to Jennings. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
And the 49er first down. A gain of 15. And a 49er first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
We've set it down from 37. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. They stuck with him and got the same results. He is stopped at the line once again to quickly bring up 3rd down.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
On 3rd down, Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
As we're into the 4th quarter, we know this. We know that money down could not be any more important than right now. Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long, going to be the key here down the stretch.
They're out now, ready to punt it. Thomas Morstead will kick it away. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. The Colts headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. The drive starts with an option, right side. They aren't getting anything here, Brock. They're actually going to lose some. Back to the 10.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Looking to throw here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contest.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
3rd down and 13.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Looking to throw. And the 49ers rush gets home, and they drop him. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the sack.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes. And it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
They'll send out the punting unit. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. Short drop, but he still gets away a very good punt. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. From the gun is Purdy. Finds him over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Purdy looking to throw. Still has some space inside the 35. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its second. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining in this game.
34 yards. First down, 49ers.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock.
At the 8-yard line.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. 49ers holding on to a field goal lead. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw it. That's going to be caught by his back. McCaffrey. And he's brought down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
A big moment coming up for Eddie Pinheiro on this attempt. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Kicked well, and this is good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, the field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Kate, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here's Gould on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Colts ready to take the field. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's going to be caught by his back. Taylor. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Setting up to pass. To the middle, and it's looked in by Ward. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Throwing now. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And that's going to bring up a tough 4th down here that this offense needs to have. So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the 49ers as we say so long from Indy.